Hello fellow Snow Globe fans, and in today's video I have something very interesting for you. As you can see here, there is a complete setup to create our very own snow globe. This will be a guide to how to create your own snow globe. But before we get into the video, I want to show you a little something. This video is sponsored by evanart.com, which by the way is me. I made this at school and stuck it on and created a brand new logo, which wherever we are filming, this will be in the background. So I'm going to put it right over there so that you can, have a good look and observe it. Right guys, let's get into the video. The first thing you need to do is find what you want to put inside. Now I've chosen this because it's a decent plastic and it just looks like a thing that would be really cool for a snow globe, although there is a bit of broken here, but that doesn't matter. Next, you want to find a suitable jar. I personally found Mrs. Ellswood the best, the pickled cucumbers. As you can see, we'll get into this in a little bit, but this is another Mrs. Ellswood, but it's covered by a kosher. So Mrs. Ellswood is a recommended jar. So you've got your jar now. Now you want to place your little figure or whatever you have. Just want to place it on there. Want to turn it around, put it in, see if it fits. In this case it does. Then you want to move that aside. Now here comes the interesting bit. You want to get yourself some deionized water because it will take the electricity out of the water, but be careful, this is very hot. And now my dad is going to pour it in because I am not burning myself. And then, once you've done that, we'll talk through glitters and how they're effective. Let's do it.
The water is not hot, but don't drink it. It's not drinking water. It's the same water you put in like car batteries and irons and things like that. So, you're going to help me? Okay, ready? Right, so let's go. Okay, oops.
Sorry, that's my mistake. I said it was hot.
And you want to get the water kind of like pretty much all the way. Pretty much, not quite, but all nearly.
You want to leave like the bit where you're going to place your figure.
You're going to put some glitter and other stuff in, but also you kind of want it to be slightly overflow when you put it in, so then you get full of water. That's it. Done.
The next thing you have to do is find yourself a suitable glitter. We'll get into these snow globes just right now. So we have got this, which is very good. It's got a bunch of glitters, stars, and little small circles. Now we have personally found that the stars are quite heavy and they sink, especially these red ones. They will dye it, like in that one, which we'll get into. Don't use this as it will dye. Use gold or silver, preferably round circles. Now as you can see here, this doesn't last very long because we didn't have the right glitter.
And we use this glitter.
Yeah, we use this glitter, which isn't very effective because it's very heavy, and if it's heavy, it will sink to the bottom.
Just demonstrate that one again if you couldn't really see.
See, guys?
Turn it on. Yeah, it sinks really quickly.
The next is this one. This one is quite heavy, and this one has a mixture of this, and this. So it's got all the circles. The reason why it's so dark is because of this, which is called pearl clay, which will stick and isn't waterproof, and it will colour the snow globe. So don't use pearl clay. And we also used red, which again, it dyes it, so don't use red glitter or pearl clay. But, however, with the gold and silver, as you can see, it does shake pretty well. It's pretty slow, but I'm not going to show this to you for the whole time. Last but not least is this one. This one is really good at shaking, But if you can see carefully, there are gold stars in there, which is sinking. But other than that, it's clearly visible because we haven't mislacked any colours. Like with this one, we put red in, that dyed it. But other than that, this is a decent snow globe. And
Rubber thing.
yeah,
Where's the
so
bonding rabbit?
moving on to glues now. We're gonna put the glitter in just after this. So you want silicone. That's really good to just seal it a little bit more. Like if you can see here, there's silicone, and here as well, just to give it that extra seal. Don't even bother using super glue because it's not waterproof and your snow globe will break apart.
And you can stick your fingers together.
Yeah, and you can stick your fingers. Fabric glue's right over there, but don't use that. Obviously, this isn't fabric, it's glass or whatever your thing is. Gorilla Glue is the right glue because it is waterproof. This is available in Halfords, although it's not open. Yep, so use that. However, as you can see here in this snow globe, we have used Gorilla Glue on something rubber. There are 2 reasons why not to use rubber. The first reason is it will absorb the water. As you can see, slightly the top has been cut because it is absorbent. And it will also dye the content. It will also absorb the glitter. And Gorilla Glue does not stick with rubber. So don't use that. And don't use tin foil. Right.
Lots of lessons
now we're
learned,
going to put the
basically.
glitter in. So we're going to choose.
Are you sure you're going to put the glitter in?
Yeah.
And you're not going to put something else in first?
First, you've got to put in washing up liquid. Now, for us, method works best. You want at least 5 squirts. You can get glycerin, but it's not available in the UK. That is if you are in the UK. So I'm going to real quick just squirt this in 5 times. Doesn't matter what method you use.
5.
There we go. There's 5 squirts. Now you also want to mix it. Now you want to stir it for a few minutes. I'm going to stir, then Rosie's going to stir. Your turn. Just keep up that stirring. And once you've stirred, obviously select the right glitter as demonstrated previously. Rosie, thank you. And if you get something like this, I believe this is the bit that the glitter will come out of.
Yeah.
So at the moment it is currently on the red. Hang on, so you want to have the hole there?
It's the hole.
Yeah, so this has gold. We're going to place a bit of gold in there. Not too much, otherwise it will be covered in glitter. You want to make a few stirs every time you put it in. Let's put some more in. This time we'll put silver. Stir that. You want to...
Good.
You want a tornado. You can create a tornado. It's really fun. So that's looking really good. You want to get as much to the bottom as possible so that when placing your figure in, yeah. So glitter will get on your chopstick,
Just check that it,
which is a bit annoying.
Just check that. Let's see how slowly it falls now, because that's what.
Yeah.
when
So
you know
this
when
is
you
a
need
pretty
more.
This is pretty
That's
decent.
really good. I think it could maybe do with, no, actually, yeah, I think you got the right amount of
Yeah.
liquid in that. Maybe a bit more glitter.
Yeah. So you want to put at least. Wait. We need to choose.
A bit more gold, I'd say.
Yeah, probably a bit more gold because gold is less noticeable than silver.
Okay, well that's more than that.
Now you want to stir it, so don't put too much in like Rosie. You want to be a little bit more careful because you don't want too much in, otherwise
That's tons.
you won't be able to see.
That's tons. But this is Star Wars, so you know.
Yeah, it's stars, so yeah.
That
And
is
it's called
tons. That is-
Star Wars.
That is more than enough in there now. That's loads. That's looking really nice.
Really nice.
So if you're making
Just
something with a
stir it.
particular
But
theme,
that on top there, you don't want to kind of. I think you want to sort of encourage it to kind of.
yeah, you
sink
want
a
it to
bit
get
more
to
now.
the bottom. And then you also want to check at the bottom, see if there's too much in there. But that doesn't really matter because if you're having something like Star Wars where it's got star in the name, or Star Trek where it's got star in the name, then you want to emphasize the star. So
Okay.
that's enough. Thank you, Rosie, for your stirring. That was really fun. Now,
Very
here's
fun
the bit
stir.
which really matters. This is Daddy's job.
So, you know what that is. So that's the silicone. That's just to seal it. That's going to happen tomorrow. So, basically, what you need is Gorilla Glue, like we talked about before, because it is waterproof. There's been lots of trial and error. Only a grown-up with this, please, because you can literally and a grown-up who's much cleverer than me because it's stuck.
Oh no!
Uh-oh, disaster has struck. Yeah, I glued my... No, got it. Right.
Got it.
Now, the thing about Gorilla Glue...
You don't want to be like Daddy and let it go up for long enough and get it
The
stuck.
thing about Gorilla Glue to know is it says it's for the toughest jobs on planet Earth, and it is, but make sure you don't get any on your hands because then you might end up stuck to like a Star Wars.
And that's
figurine
not a
or
tough
something.
job either.
So, but what you have to do with Gorilla Glue is it needs moisture to cure it, right? So what you do is you get something like a bit of kitchen roll, doesn't need much, just make one of the surfaces damp, and then what you do is put a little, in fact I'll make both of them a little bit damp. Now the thing to know about Gorilla Glue is it expands, okay? So what you don't want, it gets bigger. So you just want a little bit, so I put like a dot sort of in the middle there, yeah, you see that?
Yep.
And then another kind of like ring around it.
Let's
Now that will
zoom in.
expand quite a lot, and it will stick, and it will be waterproof. And super glue is not waterproof, so it's no good. And you want to stick it down right in the middle of the thing. Now on some of these we've made bases and stuff, so you know you might want to build a base up or whatever. But to be honest, this will work quite nicely, I think. So and then literally you're just going to leave that for a few hours. So we're not going to do anything with that now at all. We did try using Gorilla Glue in the early experiments to seal it, but it's really ropey because it just doesn't. We just found it leaked.
Yeah,
on-
and
on
don't
the early
stick
one.
the thing
So
inside.
so this stuff is better, but I mean again that's not a very. That's a bit untidy. This was probably the best one we did where we
Yeah,
got it just
but-
in the lid.
But don't use Gorilla Glue with rubber, and don't use it with content
Yeah,
inside.
but that's not. Yeah, so that's not Gorilla Glue. That's basically the sealant. So it's basically
Yeah,
bathroom sealant.
silicone is probably the
But-
best if you want to quick reseal it.
Yeah. So that's so, but don't use Gorilla Glue to seal it because it's a bit ropey. So that is really it now. That's all we can do with that. And then basically now it's going to be a case of like leave that until the morning. That's now done. The liquid's all there. The glitter's in. And then tomorrow morning, literally, hopefully, we're just going to take that, put some sealant around it, turn it upside down, screw it in, and hopefully that'll be that. We'll be done.
Welcome back, and now I am going to show you how you need to finalise it.
Okay, so you get some silicone, waterproof bath and shower sealant. Just put a little bit around the edges here, and this is where you get your adult. Your fingers in the way of the thing. This is where you get your adult to do it because you can get sticky fingers again.
My adult is obviously Dad.
Obviously me, although I'll argue whether I'm an adult. And you kind of want to get a good squeeze of it. It's really fiddly, but you want to get a good squeeze of it, kind of going all the way around inside there like that. Can you see?
Yeah.
So let's get that going around there. I'm going to go around a couple of times. And it doesn't matter if it comes out the edges, but what you really want is for it not to leak water when you turn it upside down, because we've tried lots of different things before, and
Don't use Gorilla Glue because it's a
don't use
bit.
Gorilla Glue, don't use Super Glue, don't use nothing.
Yeah, they're not waterproof. Although Gorilla Glue is, but it's a bit ratty. So.
Okay, so that's nicely around there now. It's a bit messy. I'm going to do what you're not meant to do because I'm not very clever, and I'm just going to use my finger to kind of like squish that in like that, but then I'm going to wash my finger straight away afterwards. There's nothing else really you can use to get in there well, and then if there's any bits on the base like that, then you just wipe them off like that. Okay, so now I'm just going to
Dad,
straight away.
wash your hands.
Yeah, I'm going to, don't worry. Oh no, they're stuck, Blech. Yeah, so get that straight off your fingers like that. I'll do the kitchen off it. Okay, and that is it, ready for screwing
Now all
on.
you got to
That's ready
do
for screwing on
is
now,
screw
so-
it on. So Dad, please take the camera.
Okay.
we want to
We're
do
gonna
it
that-
now
we're gonna do that in
is
the
screw it
sink.
on.
Okay, so
We
we're
want to
gonna
do that carefully because if you accidentally smash the jar, that's a big,
Yeah,
big.
so you want to do it in a sink because that's very full, so it's going to lose some water out of it, but that's fine.
So I'm now just simply going to take it. I'm not going to touch the insides because then I have to wash it. I'm just going to turn it around very carefully. Now you can do it like that or that, depending on where you want your figure to place. And then you put it in. And then you seal it,
Okay.
just like
Like
that.
Let me just check how tight it is. Yeah. Okay, so I'm just going to make sure it's really super tight. Yeah, that wasn't tight enough. Okay.
And do you want to put an extra layer of silicone on?
Right, I will in a minute. So first of all, we're going to test it. We're going to make sure it's all okay before we seal it for good. And Rosie is going to be the chief first tester. Okay, so Rosie,
Oh,
take
don't drop that.
turn it upside down, well, the right way up. Oh wow, look at this, and give it a good shake. And then hold it up for the camera. And there, I think we will have
That is what you call a perfect snow
just
globe.
about a perfect snow globe. I think that's the best one we've done. Look, perfect amount of
Brilliant.
water in there.
Please take the camera, Dad.
There we are.
Glitter.
That is an awesome
Dad's
snow
gonna
globe.
reseal it in a minute, but if you before he reseals it, but if you want to make a snow globe like this, then please leave a like and subscribe. And I hope you enjoyed this video. And please do send a picture so we can see that what you made using our video.
Snow globe.
Star Wars.
Snow.
Wait, before we cut this video, I just want to say all of the Star Wars trilogy, all three available on Disney Plus, including the latest, The Rise of Skywalker. By the way, really good film. I highly recommend it. The Rise of Skywalker is also available on Sky Cinema. So if you want to watch that film, which is outstandingly brilliant, then Disney Plus or Sky Cinema. Bye for now, and we will show you the final product. Please like, subscribe and share this video. I hope you enjoyed it.
Bye.
Bye.